Hello, my name is Dark Hour, and let's play Minecraft. This is my first Let's Play video ever, and I'm hoping it will be the most informative Minecraft video to date. Basically, a lot of people out there are wondering, should I buy this game? Is it worth it? In my opinion, absolutely. We're going to jump right in and create a brand new level, and we'll get started. For anyone that is worried about the graphics in this game, huge reminder, graphics don't make the game. Gameplay makes the game. And here we are. The world will generate for just a little bit while we get started. It'll be a little bit laggy. It's capable of generating a world that is about as big as 3 times the size of planet Earth. Ooh, and I can already hear growling. Awesome. Okay, and looks like a dungeon possibly down there. We are lucking out majorly, but I'll explain that in a bit. Okay, so once you get popped into the world, the very first thing you need to do is start gathering. The very first resource you want to gather is wood, and if you saw that at my bottom left, that's a monster. We do not want to get hit by the monster. So, welcome and introduce the zombie. He will just bounce there. Thankfully, he cannot jump out of there. We're going to move away from him, though. We'll come back to him later. Wood is pretty much the basic type of block material you need. You build everything else as far as tools and weapons go with wood. It is the very starting. You've got wood, and we've got some that we've collected. It's in my inventory now, in my hotbar. We've got dirt here. We've got sand here. This is water that's in ice form. We've got gravel over there. And luckily, we have stone, and we have ore here. This is going to be very, very helpful, and I'll explain that in just a moment. We need to collect a lot more wood before nighttime. So I'll keep going. We're going to get about 12 wood. That's what you'll need to get started. It's always nice to have extra wood, but you can get by with having just 12 wooden blocks broken down. And you just left-click and hold it down and keep hitting it until they break out. And that should do it for now. Alright, go ahead and press I, and that jumps into your inventory. You can get different skins for your characters. I chose Solid Snake because he is awesome. Take the wood that you've just gotten and pop it in your crafting bar. We're going to right click now, and we'll turn all of that into refined wood. Regular wood isn't very useful. You can place it down. It's a block type, but it has no other formal use. We're going to right click and put 1 block in each of these to create a workbench, a crafting table. Right click just to put that down anywhere, right click again, and now we have a much bigger crafting space. You'll see. You pop these in here. If you right click, it'll split it in half and you can place it down. We can make sticks now. We're going to make just a few of those. And you pretty much draw everything that you craft in this game. Here are a couple of different types. You can make shovels. You can make axes. You can make picks, which we are going to make one of those right now. Left click to just pop it up and drag it down. And you can actually make swords. And a couple different things that we'll also be able to create a little bit later once we get more materials. But for now, all we want is this pick. Picks are pretty much the most used tool in the entire game. You'll be doing lots of mining, hence the name Minecraft. But we want to get past the wooden stage. I'm going to collect a bunch of stone right now so that we can move past the wooden age and right on into the stone age. This game does have some RTS elements in it. Time is going to be a major factor. Gathering resources is a major factor. And there are some small tech trees in your tools and weapons. Now this game is only in its alpha stage, which means there is going to be a beta. And the creator, his name is Notch, that's his gamer tag anyway, is going to keep adding to this game for a very long time. This game costs 9.95 euro, amounts to about 13-15 US dollars. If you have to ask me whether or not you should get this, yes, definitely get this. This is an awesome game. Hopefully you'll be able to tell by the time we get done with this video. Okay, so we've collected all that. My tool has broken. I'll explain that really quick once we build a couple more tools. Now we can finally move into the Stone Age. We'll want a couple shovels. I'm going to want a couple pickaxes, because we use those a lot. And actually, we're going to need a few more sticks. Now, you can't craft if you got the wrong type of resources in different areas in here. We'll take that out so we can make some sticks. We're going to make a lot, actually. Let's take right there. Just in case, since monsters are around, we're going to make a sword. And then lastly, we are probably going to want a lot more wood before nightfall. We're going to make some axes. Now, you can get wood and you can get the sand, gravel, and dirt with just your hand, but these tools make it much, much faster. So, we're going to come over here, and if you take a look at the bottom left, you'll see that my new stone pickaxe is sitting there. If we hit a couple different blocks, but we don't break the block, no durability damage happens to your tool. If you break the block, it's gotten some durability damage. Take a look at the bottom left, you'll see it's got a green bar. Every single time I break a brick with this tool, it's going to do 1 durability damage to it. Alright, now we're collecting coal. Coal is going to be majorly important very shortly. There's a day and night cycle in this world. When it gets dark, monsters will spawn. And in dark areas, even during the day, they do spawn. But wherever it's sunny or wherever it's light, they don't get to spawn. They can walk out into where it's light. If it's sunlight, they'll start burning up, most of the bad guys, not all of them. If it's torchlight, which is what we're going to be making, they won't burn up. But it does keep them from spawning right on top of you. Okay, there we go. Now, one more thing about durability. If I took this instead of my shovel is really good at dirt, sand, and this gravel. It'll just eat it up. But if I used this on it, instead of doing 1 durability damage to my pick, it would do 2 durability damage if I broke one of these. So you want to use the right tool for the right job. As far as the sword goes, a swing like this doesn't do any durability damage, but if you break a brick with it, that's 2. If you hit an animal or an enemy, that's just 1. And that little wind noise you heard means that bad guys are definitely around. And that growl means that something evil is definitely around. So, nightfall is coming. We're going to collect some more wood, and while we do so, I'm going to explain a couple things you can do to protect yourself. Building a base of some kind is absolutely necessary. So we're going to work on that once we get a little bit more wood. There are 3 different types of bases that most people make. The most popular is you find a rock face, and you dig into it with a pick and a shovel, and then you block off the entrance with some type of material, usually dirt. Dirt's very easily transported and moved. And then you toss down a torch, because it will be dark in there, so nothing can spawn on top of you during the night, and no bad guys can get in. Bad guys cannot, so far in the game, break down any of your barricades. Some of the ranged can shoot through it if you leave a space open, so you gotta be careful. Okay, we're just going to collect a little bit more. I realize that it's probably going to get dark soon. We're going to want to find some type of shelter. Especially since I can already hear so many monsters growling underground, very close by. Okay, here we go. That's good, that's good. Did I forget anything? Did I leave any? No? Oh, here, I left some. Now, this game is awesome in the fact that its objectives are really survive and craft. Let's go get the rest of that ore. I totally missed it. You want to dig down in the earth because better materials are found down in the deep. You can build very big structures. You can make railways. You can make waterways. It's pretty awesome. We'll break this down. We can break some of these things that we build down and they'll just come with us. That should be enough for now. The big question is now, where do we build that fort? Now, there are 2 other types of forts. Got distracted for a second, I'll explain those real quick. The other type of fort you can make is you can find some type of plateau and you can dig a space around it that's about 2 away from the wall. You need to build something that's too away from it so that monsters can't jump over to your wall. Monsters cannot jump up on top of anything that's too high. If you want to be really safe, you would build something or dig something down to a 3 high level. But you could dig all that around, or you could take blocks, right click, and place them down so that you have a wall. That's the other kind. That's just an open air type. You can place torches around it and then just hide inside your wall. The last type is just a house. You could take the resources you have and you could just build walls and a roof over it and then just keep yourself nice and cozy. That was the sun, and it looks like it's getting way dark in here now. We need to go find some shelter really quick. I'm going to take a look up on top of this mountain. That may be our best bet. That, or I'm going to have to dig into the side of a cliff here. I could hear even more evil things. And it looks like we are probably going to be sticking to this area in here. The geography seems to be mostly plains. It's got a couple areas to explore. The generation of the world is brand new and completely random every single time you create a new file. And this one looks to be mostly mountainous. You can get island types, you can get plains, and you can get some really cool mountainous structures. But for now, we're going to go back into our inventory. We're going to stick these in here. We don't need our tool bench for this. Put our coal on top and right click a bunch. Place it down there. And now we've got torches. Very, very important. Okay. Question now is, where do we want to go? It's getting really dark. We're definitely going to want to protect ourselves. Get some type of... Ah, we got some water here. For now, I say we camp out the night in here. I'm going to use the stone that we got. And build a barricade from the outside. Monsters can't get in spaces that are only 1 high or 1 deep. They need 2 spaces, just like you. There's only one exception to that, once we need it. Zombies can't, though. It is dark in here, so monsters could have spawned. I'm going to put up some lights, travel inside, and hopefully nothing has spawned in here. Wow, well, this looks like it goes out pretty far, it gets pretty deep. So I'm going to get some more stone real quick, and we're going to fortify ourselves right in this little crevice. Make sure that the bad guys... Now, physics is a little weird too. Not all elements fall straight to the ground. You can see that the stone definitely is not. That should be enough to keep us safe. And just in case, we'll place those there. Now, we won't be targeted by ranged, and nothing can get inside here. We should be safe. Alright. Well, we'll do a little bit more crafting. We'll learn a couple new recipes in the next video. And we'll start exploring this cave system during the night. And I think that's about it. Hope you've enjoyed this little jaunt. Hopefully it's been informative. And I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.